Let's go into this new year with a new mindset. Hello, and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley. Don't just let life happen to you. I'm here to inspire you to manifest on purpose. In this conversation, I'm going to give you 8 tips to help you do just that this year. Thank you so much for beginning the new year here with me on the Manifest on Purpose show. Thank you for all of those people that you invite, not just this time, for the entire year. And thank you for subscribing on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. And nothing's changed since last year about how I feel about you. The God in me loves the God in you. Before we jump right into conversation, I'm going to start by sharing the numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 Numerology app. It is Monday, January the 1st. The sun is in Capricorn, the moon in Virgo. Mercury goes direct. It's a 9 universal month, a 1 universal week, a 1 universal day. What a way to start off 2024 with all the energy of the sun behind her. No one anywhere has an excuse not to point their lives into the direction they wish to go. Because if you don't, someone else may do it for you. And why should they when you are the master of your ship and the captain of your fate? Leo, Aquarius, Aries, and those born on the 1st, the 4th, 10th, 13th, 19th, 22nd, 28th, and 31st of the month are positioned to get the ball rolling this first day of a brand new year. Once again, this is the forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 Numerology app. You can find the app to get your forecast every day at a star 8, ASTAR, the number 8.com, or you can download it on Google Play or the App Store. You can also find it on Linktree/numbers and you. Now, let's get into the show. I want you to take a moment to be honest with yourself. Do you still wait up after 12 on New Year's to bring the New Year's in? I'm going to admit to you, most nights I am up till after 12 o'clock anyway. There are a few New Year's Eves that I did decide to slip in, but not too many because I'm usually already awake. But let's keep it real about New Year's though. It seems as if we were just ringing in 2023. I've never really been too big on celebrating holidays, but New Year's became something different for me about 3 years ago. It was after New Year's in 2021 when I decided to post my first episode of the Manifest on Purpose show. So, the Manifest on Purpose show is celebrating an anniversary coming up. But I've decided to wait until a little closer to the anniversary to elaborate on that anymore. But what I want you to know is that going into this new year, it is important to be aware of your mindset. And if you know that there's some things about you that needs to be changed, this is a great time to do it. This is a season of new beginnings. A lot of people celebrate by making New Year's resolutions. I like to say setting intentions. This is the time that you should be setting intentions for the entire year so that you can work towards aligning with those intentions so that they will manifest for you. All day, I have been wondering what type of message I would deliver this morning. This year, 2024, I want you to seek more. And the only way that you will receive more is if you manifest on purpose in 2024. So today, I'm going to give you 8 tips to manifest on purpose in the year of 2024. The first tip is one that's very important, but not a lot of people do it. It's scheduling me time. How much time do you really set aside for yourself? I'm talking about just doing something that you want to do and not being bothered by anyone. Just time for you. Time for you to reflect and thinking about the next step in life or the next level in life. All of us need that me time from time to time. And what it does is it ensures that you don't lose yourself. Sometimes we can get so wrapped up in others that we tend to lose who we really are. But if you take time out for yourself, you can think more clearly about the things that are best for you. So, this is something that's very important for you to work on in 2024. And it could be anything. It can be meditation time if you haven't already established a meditation practice. You could journal, take a walk in the park. One of my favorite things that I like to do for me time is I like to take myself out to lunch or dinner. This is something that I've been doing for many years. I used to do it with my boys too when they were growing up. People looked at me so funny when they would see me out by myself, or it's just me and the children out having dinner together. But for me, this was quality time with myself. I would go to one of my favorite restaurants, order my meal, and I would just sit there and think. I took my time. I left my phone in the car and I just enjoyed spending time alone. Maybe you should consider doing that or something similar to help you spend some me time. And by the way, these 8 tips are in no particular order. The next one is something that I think everybody should do during these cycles of new beginnings. This is a new year, but we also have other cycles of new beginnings, such as the birthday, just to name another one. Whenever this new beginning cycle must come, then you need to detach. It's a time to detach from the things that you reflect over from the previous year that did not serve you well in that year. It can start with you. It can be your mindset, your habits, or it can be the people that you associate yourself around, which leads me to number 3. You need to evaluate your circle. A lot of people would say here, one bad apple will ruin the whole bunch. But what I say is what you see in them is what you'll find in you. And you can take that 2 ways. Whatever you see in another person, especially something that irritates you or agitates you, is just a reflection of something that's within you that may even be subconscious. The second thing is you become who you spend most of your time with. So if you want to know more about you, evaluate your circle this year. The number 4 thing on my list is one of the most important things on the list to me, and that is forgiveness. So many people walk around with the illness of unforgiveness. And the reason why I call it illness is because not being able to forgive causes unwanted and unneeded stress in your life. A lot of people feel that if they don't forgive, they're hurting the other person. But the truth is, when you don't forgive, you hurt you. Unforgiveness is not for the other person. The other person is going to continue to be who they are no matter what you've done to them. Unforgiveness hurts you. So, forgiveness is not for that other person. Forgiveness is really for you. Forgiveness clears your mind and your heart to enable you to attract the things that you want in your life. Next up, do unto others what you'd have them do unto you. I feel like this is a smart statement because to me, when I hear this, it's really saying, do unto others. Because when you do, you're doing to yourself. However you treat others comes back to you, whether that be good, bad, or indifference. So the way that you treat the people in your life or the people that just happen to be passing through in your life will show up again in your life at some point. Here's my little trick to overcome something like that. The God in me loves the God in you. We all have a spark of the Creator within us. No matter what we've done right, no matter what we've done wrong, that spark connects all of us. So when I look at you, I see the spark in you. I see the connection in you. If we continue to remind ourselves of that, it would change the way we perceive others. Number 6 on the list is to be aware of your intake and your output. I just got finished talking about this briefly in a conversation that I had not too long ago. Your intake is what you receive, and your output is what you give. Mentally, what are you feeding yourself? What are you observing? What are you listening to? These things, if not monitored, can cause programs that are unwanted or unneeded. Subconsciously, these things just seep into your subconscious mind and begin to create. Your output is what you are saying. What are you speaking into existence? It's important to become aware of these two areas because once you adjust your intake, you will by default adjust your output. Number 7 is another good one for me. Number 7 is gratitude. This should have been first on the list. You may be grateful that you made it to see another year, but throughout this year, to help you manifest on purpose, I want you to be grateful each day that you are here to see. Be grateful for the things that other people do to you that help you out along the way. Be grateful for the challenges because the challenges help us grow. If all else fails, just remember there may be someone who's actually wishing to be in the position that you're in. Be grateful. See, this is why I could not put these in order according to the importance, because if I had to choose the last one and this one, I would not know which one should be first. But this is set intentions and stick to them. Nah, I think about it and I think I would have put gratitude first because you need gratitude in order to set those intentions if you want to get what you want. So I'm hearing new year, new plan. What's the plan for this year? How are you going to do things differently this year than what you did last year? How are you going to make this a better year? How can you grow? This is the time to be thinking about it and a time to be setting those intentions that you want to work towards by the end of the year. It's good to have a long range goal and a short range goal. You know, a lot of people don't even recognize their manifestations because they're not grateful for the little things. There used to be this song that I like called Count It All Joy. And that's the way that I like to look at things. I like to count the small wins because here's the thing, most manifestations don't happen in a big, huge way. Sometimes it just seems that way. But what's happening is you're getting small things, one step at a time, that's leading you into that big thing. So you have to count it all joy. A successful business has quarterly plans. To me, each person, regardless of where or whom they are working for or how they get their income, is their own personal business. You are the business of you. If these corporations feel that it's necessary to have quarterly plans in order to run a successful business, don't you think it's just important for you to have quarterly goals to help you be successful in the year that you are going through? In other words, what I'm saying is if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Make sure, in order to manifest on purpose, that you set some intentions for this year. To manifest on purpose is to align with your desires. It's becoming what you want to attract in your life. Despite what many people say, manifestation is not a technique that you have to develop. It is a mindset that requires you to raise your level of consciousness. Seek more in 2024. Schedule some me time so that you don't lose yourself. Detach from all of those things or people that held you back in the previous year, or even that mindset that held you back in the previous year. And do that by evaluating your circle. See who you have around you most of the time. Can you see something in that person that's a reflection of you? Or do you see yourself becoming that person? Learn how to forgive and do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Be careful of the things that you take into your spirit and be careful of what you release from your spirit. Take charge in the business of you. And last but not least, be grateful for everything that you do. Once again, I'd like to wish you a Happy New Year. I wish nothing but the best for you this year. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.